Kwara State is one of the very few states in Nigeria and indeed the West African sub-region that can lay claim to the institutions, facilities and personnel that the state currently enjoys and boasts of in the aviation sector. The state is blessed to be strategically located as a gateway between the northern and southern parts of Nigeria, coupled with the presence of the Ilorin International Airport as well as Cargo Airport Terminal. Having identified the potentials and opportunities for the state, the Kwara State government took corresponding steps to position the state as a hub for the aviation industry in Nigeria and indeed beyond. At the core of the drive to position Kwara State as an aviation hub is the International Aviation College Ilorin, juxtaposed with the International Airport and the Cargo Terminal. The Kwara State government, under the leadership of His Excellency Alhaji Ahmed, is not sparing any efforts in putting Kwara State at the fore of the aviation industry in Nigeria and to make the International Aviation College the indisputable center for training pilots and the aviation industry by ensuring strategic partnership with relevant institutions both within the aviation sector and beyond. Kwara State's vision of an aviation hub informed yet another milestone in the International Aviation College when recently His Excellency Alhaji Ahmed flagged off the helicopter training course of the college. The event, which saw leaders and stakeholders in the aviation sector in attendance, was also significant as the International Aviation College took delivery of 2 helicopters from the Nigerian Naval Holdings Limited into its fleet of training aircrafts. Speaking on the occasion, the chairman of the board of the International Aviation College Ilorin, Captain Edward Boyo, said the college and the Nigerian Navy had joined forces to initiate a helicopter training school to serve both military and civilian communities in Nigeria and Africa. Captain Boyo explained that since 2011, the International Aviation College had successfully trained pilots and other professionals for the Nigeria Police, Nigerian Navy and the Nigerian Air Force alongside civilian pilots.
The International Aviation College is a young national institution envisioned by the Kwara State government with lofty national goals to be the citadel of aviation and airline education in Nigeria. You will agree that we are achieving the vision of the founding fathers of this institution. This IAC we are is the first in Africa. It is the only school, aviation school in Africa, that is offering fixed wing training. We have successfully done that since 2011, and now rotary wings training. For everybody in Kwara State, we are the first. And Your Excellency, very soon we will be training on spacecraft here in Kwara State. It is a matter of time. Under the visionary and astute leadership of the Executive Governor and the Chief of Naval Staff, these 2 men have decided to merge resources. They have provided us the wisdom and direction in the college to merge the resources of the Nigerian Navy and the resources of Kwara State government under the IAC in the advancement of aviation education for mankind. They have merged the resources for youth capacity building. They have merged the resources for the strategic security of the nation. We can train our pilots and our airmen here in Kwara State. And very important at this auspicious time, they have matched the resources for optimization of the scarce resources in the country today. The International Aviation College helicopter school and the fixed wing school will serve both the military and civilian communities in Nigeria and Africa. This achievement of Kwara State transcends the boundaries of Kwara State, and this is just the beginning of the journey.
The Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Ibok Eke Ibas, represented by the Chief of Logistics, Rear Admiral Amba Anyakwile, in his remarks said that the partnership with the International Aviation College is a bold step towards a vision of creating a regional aviation training hub in Ilorin. Vice Admiral Ibas assured Governor Ahmed and the people of the state of full commitment of the Nigerian Navy to the collaboration and future partnerships.
It is with great pleasure that I welcome all our distinguished guests to this auspicious event of the handing and taking over ceremony between the Nigerian Navy, represented by the Navy Holdings Limited, and the Kwara State government, here being represented by the International Aviation College. This ceremony marks a landmark in the partnership for training entered into between the Navy Holding and International Aviation College, because it is the manifestation of a whole gamut of long and complex background work by representatives of both parties, drawn over a period of 1 year. Indeed, the relationship between the government and people of Kwara State and the Nigerian Navy has been most cordial and mutually rewarding. The partnership between us goes a long way down history lane. Through it, Kwara State has produced so many naval personnel, and in particular, several prominent ones, including past chiefs of the naval staff. The scope of the relationship expanded into training partnership through the establishment of the Navy Medical School at Ofa, and the success of that venture, I must say, encouraged the current partnership for aviation training that has brought us here today. This partnership to train aviators is a bold and first step towards a vision of creating a regional aviation training hub here in Ilorin through the establishment of an aviation center and school, which will follow shortly. The reasons for this are obvious. After 30 years of the existence of the Nigerian Navy Air Arm, with heavy reliance on foreign technical and training requirements, in the face of its huge dependence on foreign exchange components and the downward turn of economy, as well as being desirous to develop local capacities in line with the national policy of the present government, the Nigerian Navy decided it was time to take the bold step forward. The choice of the International Aviation College also goes with a wide array of considerations, which include the clement weather factors for all year-round aviation at this location, the facilities available at the Ilorin International Airport, as well as the International Aviation College's record of breaking new grounds and achieving excellence. I want to assure His Excellency and the good people of Kwara State of the full commitment of the Nigerian Navy to these future partnerships. I also want to appreciate the board and management of the International Aviation College for their belief in the support for this vision. I say to you all, our partners, onward together, and God bless you all. Thank you, sir.
Also speaking at the occasion, the Group Managing Director, Nigerian Navy Holdings, Rear Admiral J.O. Oluwole, commended the management of the International Aviation College for the commitment to the Memorandum of Understanding signed with the Nigerian Navy, while assuring that helicopters will be added to the fleet.
We signed the MOU, and today, just barely 2 weeks after signing the MOU, the helicopters are here in the spirit of the MOU. It shows that on both sides we are putting so much strength and vigor to making this a reality. And I want to assure you, Your Excellency, that everything that is needed to be done on the part of the Nigerian Navy, and with the support which I know the Chief of Naval Staff has given and offered and will continue to offer, we are going to not stop here but make this a very worthwhile relationship. And very soon we are going to add more to this fleet of helicopters. And as I speak, we are already getting fillers from some countries in West Africa to start training on the rotary wing. So what our mission and objective from our end and the trainer is already being actualized. And I believe by the grace of the Almighty God, the sky is going to be our limit. On this note, I want to appreciate the government and the people of Kwara State for receiving us warmly, and together we shall achieve the goal that we have set. As we normally say in the Navy, onward together. Thank you very much, sir.
The Kwara State Governor, Alhaji Abdul Fattah Ahmed, who flagged off the helicopter training at the International Aviation College, Ilorin, called on aviation operators in Nigeria to engage more locally trained pilots, as Nigeria has the training facilities and personnel to train world-class pilots. Alhaji Ahmed described the partnership between the Nigerian Navy and the International Aviation College as a welcome development, which he said would enhance the professional performance of the Nigerian Navy in the area of national security. Governor Ahmed noted that several state and foreign governments have indicated interest in sponsoring students for training in the college. He commended the management and staff of the college for their hard work and accomplishments.
Today's occasion reaffirms our commitment to promoting the aviation industry's growth and development. Having pioneered state government-owned and operated aviation training in Nigeria, we stand poised to take the International Aviation College, Ilorin, to the next level in its development. I therefore welcome you all to the flag-off of the helicopter training at the IAC in partnership with the Nigerian Navy. Since the commencing operations in 2012, the International Aviation College Ilorin has continued to focus on producing the best pilots and aviation professionals in line with best global practices. The inclusion of helicopter training in the range of courses offered at IAC will no doubt enable it to achieve the much desired objective of becoming a one-stop aviation training institution, which will further showcase Kwara as an aviation hub in Nigeria. It is also imperative to note that the institution's partnership with various military organizations in the country, such as the Nigerian Navy and Air Force, testifies to its growing reputation as a center of excellence in aviation training. Indeed, it is on record that IAC Ilorin trained 25 cadets of the Nigerian Air Force in 2014, while several state and foreign governments have indicated interest in sponsoring students for training here. At this juncture, let me salute the vision of my predecessor and current President of the Senate, His Excellency, Dr. Abubakar Bukola Saraki, for his vision in recognizing a gap in aviation training in Nigeria and establishing this college to occupy that niche. No doubt, the establishment of this college has enhanced Kwara State's reputation and boosted socio-economic life in this area and the state as a whole. As a government of continuity, therefore, we've expanded the IAC's operational capacity through financial support and provision of additional aircrafts. Given the IAC's accomplishments, facilities and partnership with elite organizations such as the Nigerian Navy and Air Force. I call on aviation operators in Nigeria to employ more locally trained pilots, as Nigeria has the trained facilities, structures, and personnel to train world-class pilots. Without prejudice to foreigners or foreign-trained pilots, employing local trained pilots will not only boost local aviation, will also be saving scarce foreign exchange in the process. Additionally, today's flag off of helicopter training makes IAC the #1 destination for comprehensive aviation training in Nigeria, and of course, in West African sub-region. In 2015, the International Aviation College and Nigerian Navy signed a memorandum of understanding for helicopter training of personnel of Nigerian Navy as part of the Navy's positioning strategy in the area of building capacity for the staff. The partnership between the Nigerian Navy and the International Aviation College is significant, as it shows that the elite professional organizations in Nigeria are showing confidence in the International Aviation College in Ilorin. This fact should be of interest to investors, as we are uniquely located as the gateway to the north and south and an economic hub in the north central region. I therefore call on investors to seize this opportunity and site their businesses in Kwara State, because it is good here. On this note, I'm pleased to flag off the helicopter training of the Nigerian Navy at the International Aviation College to the glory of God Almighty and to the good people of Nigeria. And I say thank you all and God bless.
The International Aviation College boasts of modern state-of-the-art training equipment such as flight simulators, a library and computer room, amongst other requisite facilities, managed by highly qualified and experienced class and flight instructors. The college is not resting on its oars to acquire more training equipment and spacecraft to its fleet. With increased demand for homegrown pilots and aviation industry personnel, the International Aviation College and indeed Kwara State will know no bounds in its growth to attain the set vision of becoming an aviation hub in Nigeria and indeed West Africa.
Flying the big plane is a gradual process. Here I am in the International Aviation College Ilorin, one of the best schools in the whole world, training to be a pilot.
We have the most modern aircraft, the most highly skilled instructors.
You are young, you are looking for adventure, you are looking for something that will give you a meaningful life. Come to IAC.
Yeah, I'm realizing my dream. Great school, great training environment.
IAC, cool place.
Come and join the adventure in learning how to be a pilot here at the International Aviation College Ilorin, and I will, with my team, make a pilot of you.
With a view to consolidating the new tax system in the state, Governor Abdul Fattah Ahmed recently inaugurated the State Joint Revenue Committee. The committee is headed by the chairman of the Kwara State Revenue Service, KWIRS, Dr. Murtala Awudun, and has the chairman of the 16 local government areas of the state as members. Others are a representative of the State Ministry of Local Government, Chieftaincy Affairs and Community Development, and 2 other key staff of the KWIRS. Speaking at the inauguration, the State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Barrister Kamaldeen Ajibade, explained that the Law Committee was mandated to identify and utilize the state and local government revenue base and enlighten the public for revenue mobilization, amongst others.
The function of the State Joint Revenue Committee shall be 1. Harmonize tax administration in the state. In harmonizing the tax administration in the state, that is bringing all the revenue base of the state under one cover. that is the local government and the state together. And B, to deal with revenue matter of common concern to the state and local government authorities. C, enlighten members of the public generally on the state and local government revenue matters. D, consider relevant resolution of joint tax board for implementation in the state. And E, advise the joint tax board, the state and local government on revenue matters.
The committee chairman, Dr. Muritala Awodun, in his remarks, expressed gratitude to Governor Ahmed on behalf of other members and promised to justify the confidence reposed in them.
The State Joint Revenue Committee is expected to identify and locate taxpayers through the use of and sharing of information and exchange of database as much as possible. We are also expected to conduct joint audit exercises with the Federal Inland Revenue Service as well as the State Internal Revenue Service. We are expected to carry out joint tax enlightenment and enforcement exercises. And we are also expected to share and exchange information concerning unremitted taxes identified by all parties. We are expected to embark on joint training sessions and programs, and we are expected to strengthen collaboration on all areas of review and amendment of tax laws and legislation from time to time. So these are additional responsibilities to ensure the complete harmonization of taxes related to the local government and the state as well. So on behalf of each and every one of us, I want to say thank you to His Excellency, and I want to promise that the essence of establishing this committee is to ensure that harmonization and shore up the revenue of the state. And I promise on behalf of the committee that we will not disappoint you. Thank you, sir.
In his speech, Alhaji Ahmed noted that the inauguration of the committee is imperative in order to position and structure the State Internal Revenue Service in consonance with the Kwara Revenue Administrative Law. According to His Excellency, the committee is to deal with revenue matters of common concern amongst others. Alhaji Ahmed also tasked members of the committee to work in line with the Constitution and embark on enlightenment campaign exercises to educate and enlighten members of the public.
Today's ceremony is in continuation of my administration's resolve to significantly strengthen internal revenue generation within the ambit of the law. By now, it is obvious to all Nigerians that the steep drop in revenue from crude oil sales has hampered government capacity to meet obligations to the people, especially infrastructure, potable water, quality education, and improved healthcare service delivery, among other public expectations. This brought about the need to look inward and enhance revenue drive and collection. Our resolve in this regard led to the repositioning, restructuring, and transformation of the internal revenue collection structure in line with our set targets. Having looked at this, we are not mindful of the fact that certain taxes, fees, and levies are designated for collection by local government councils. Having recognized these, and in keeping with other desire to boost the overall IGR of the state, we are constituting the State Joint Revenue Committee in consonance with the Kwara State Revenue Administrative Law. It is our belief that you will serve this committee diligently with total commitment and loyalty that will bring about the desired change in revenue drive, mobilization and generation, and of course collection to the state and local government councils. You must also ensure accountability and transparency in your operations in order to retain public confidence in our renewed IGR drive. Against this background, to the glory of God, we formally inaugurate this committee, and we pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take you through diligent services to the service of the good people of Kwara State. Thank you.
Kwara State, it's good here.